It's about going through the different social medias that you have and use and simply removing the people or the channels, whatever it may be, that don't actually add value to your life. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. Today I'm doing another Rachel Aust inspired video. This is day 44 of her 60-day minimalism challenge. If you haven't heard of this challenge before, don't panic. I'm gonna link her channel above, and I'll link her channel and challenge down below in the description box. This day 44 is called Unsubscribe, Unfollow. It's about going through the different social medias that you have and use and simply removing the people or the channels, whatever it may be, that don't actually add value to your life, that you maybe have just forgotten about. So I'm going to be looking at my phone a lot here because I did make notes about the medias I went on to do this. Let's get right on into it. So the 5 that we are going to look at today are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Amino. If you haven't actually heard of Amino before, they do a whole lot of different kind of forums, but the one I'm actually a part of is the Minimalism Amino. And I'm pretty active on it, but I don't actually follow that many people, but you'll hear about that later. Let's start with Instagram. I'm relatively new to Instagram. I'm on it. You can follow me on it if you want. I'll have that linked down in the description. I personally follow 22 different people. So I went through and I double checked that all of these people are still people I liked, whose content is relevant to me and that I enjoy. And I was all good, so big check mark there. I didn't actually have to unfollow or unsubscribe from anybody on Instagram, and that might be the case with you as well. On Amino, I follow even fewer people. I only follow 20 people. Not everybody posts content regularly that I find valuable, so I follow the people that do. Twitter, I actually did have to remove some people. I didn't remove very many, mind you. You can find me on Twitter. I'll put that on the screen and down in the description. But at the beginning of this challenge day, I followed 58 people. It's not very many, realistically. But I wanted to go through, so I did. And I only removed 2. So now I follow 56, and that's going to be just a little bit less junk in my Twitter feed. And I saved the biggest 2 changes for last. I do use Facebook. It's how I keep track of my family and friends that live further away. And at the beginning of this challenge day, I was friends with 262 people. And you might be sitting there going, oh, that's nothing. I have over 600 friends. But it felt like a lot. Like a lot. Now, it might be in your case that they post, you have this person, I'm going to make this up as I go, and let's say you love Great Aunt Sue. But Great Aunt Sue posts a whole lot of political stuff that you really disagree with, and it makes you angry, and you don't want to see it. You don't have to remove Great Aunt Sue from your Facebook. You can just unfollow her. And she's still your friend. She's not going to know. You guys can still chat. But your feed isn't going to be bombarded with Great Aunt Sue's wild political postings. And the same is true in a whole bunch of different situations. Maybe you don't want to unfriend them, but you just don't like their content. Just unfollow them. So I went through 262 friends, one at a time. And I didn't go to their profiles. All I did was go to my friend list and read their names. Step 1, do I know who this person is? If I do, chances are they're staying because I know who you are. I probably like you. I don't add everybody to Facebook to begin with. Step 2, do I like that person, or did I have to add them for something specific? A lot of university projects are group projects, and you end up adding each other on Facebook because it's a little bit easier to figure out your plans that way. If that's really the only reason you're there, and I'm not a big fan, or we never really connected, unfriend. It's not to be rude, it's just that we weren't really friends. And I kind of followed the same line of steps. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have people filling my Facebook that I didn't actually care about. So I'm very pleased now that everybody on my Facebook account is someone I really care about a lot. And I'm genuinely interested in keeping up with them. And now I'm down to 117 people. That is a lot of people who were just clogging at my Facebook, wasn't it? It's over 100. Almost 150 people who I didn't need on there at all. And I get that that's going to be a hard topic for a lot of people. And it's a little bit weird for me to be discussing, but if it's hard for me, it's hard for somebody else, and I really want to also put out this video as kind of moral support. It doesn't mean the friendship is over. Give yourself a little bit of extra downtime. You deserve it. And the last social media that I looked through was my YouTube. I spend quite a bit of time on YouTube. And when I first started this, I was following 126 channels. Well, subscribed to 126 channels. And I imagine that this number will go up over time. The whole point of this day, at least as far as I personally am concerned, is not to have the smallest number you can have. So if that's the case, well, I'd be advising you to just shut down. Delete your accounts. Close your Instagram entirely. You don't need it. Blah, blah, blah. That is not the point. The point of day 44, as far as I am concerned, is to make sure that you are only involving yourself with people and things that add value into your life. So whether you follow 1,000 people or only 7, that's irrelevant, as long as you genuinely enjoy all of their stuff. So don't think of it as some kind of a punishment when you end up going through or trying to tell yourself that you can't follow this person because you really want to stay under 100 people. Because then you're just depriving yourself, and that's not the point at all. So I went through my subscriptions, and if I immediately recognized a channel name, chances are I know immediately whether or not I want to continue to follow them. If I didn't recognize the channel name, I opened their channel in a different tab. That way I could take a look at their videos and re-get a feel for their channel. Because it might just be that they were on some kind of a hiatus and I had forgot. But maybe it's because I was never watching their videos because I wasn't interested in what they were making anymore. So in the end, I went from 126 YouTube channels that I was subscribed to 110. So I got rid of 16, which isn't a huge number to get rid of, but it means that now I'm following 110 channels that I genuinely love. So to me, they're adding a lot of value into my life. So my question for you all this week is, what kind of content do you find adds value into your life? Do you use every social media that I do? Do you only use one? Let me know in the comments below. I love interacting with you guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.